I don't really subscribe to the positive versus negative mentality. I really just subscribe to the it is what it is, and you got to move about it. Like, I've seen so many dudes who were 5'5", 5'6", and they just don't give a fuck. They just accepted their height and they just got as many girls as they can. Now, most guys who are 5'5" and 5'6" sit here and ask me stupid ass questions like, how much does height matter? Well, in the time that you questioned me on how much height matters, you could have went to the mall and approached 2 girls. And one of them bitches would have said yes. So you'd have a girl right now, instead of doubting, instead of thinking. You know, that's your problem right now, is you're doing too much thinking. What mentality should I have? Had you just picked a mentality and rolled with it, you wouldn't be asking this question. So I subscribe to reality. My drug of choice is reality. I don't put a positive or a negative spin on it, because those are emotional things and they get in the way. Because instead of me seeing, what things are, I want to decide. You're essentially attaching another way of looking at things on top of what something is. You're taking something, and instead of just reacting to the situation raw, you have to say, well, what filter am I going to put this through? Because if you want to be positive all the time, or you want to be negative all the time, let's say your girl cheated on you. If you're going to be negative all the time, you're going to say, this is going to keep happening. Every girl I get with is going to cheat. I'm not good enough for someone to be with me. That's the negative mentality. The positive mentality is, oh, well, this is just a rough patch and I'll find a better girl than this. But the reality setting, the reality mindset is going to say, I just picked the wrong bitch. Where did I go wrong? I need to pay attention to where I fucked up and not make that mistake again. I need to figure out where things went wrong. I need to figure out where she went wrong. And I need to figure out how I missed this behavior from her. If you're positive, you're just going to scoot past it without really reflecting on the situation. If you're negative, you're going to reflect on the situation and look at it the wrong way. So you just got to look at shit. You got to be really careful about what you filter your thoughts through. Now, there are filters that I teach people to use to put their thoughts through. And some of these filters are even better for when you're reflecting on shit after the fact. But whenever something happens in life, you need to just be able to look at it raw. Now, most people, all this being said, still have filters, and they're simply just not even aware of these filters. Most guys have filters. Everybody has filters. You got to learn what these filters are, and you got to break through these filters so you can look at a situation as raw as possible. Thinking positive, thinking negative, thinking fuck it, we ball. You're going to take a situation, and instead of seeing it, you're going to try to see your shit first. You're going to try to see what you want to see first from it instead of what it is. You might have just had a dirty, cheating bitch. You don't have to worry about all women and are they all unloyal, or, what did you do wrong, or all women are great and you just picked the wrong. Maybe you just had a sour bitch. Maybe you were just short and you needed to get bitches anyways.